Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. Gonna get right on into this game. You may notice that it's something different, and it certainly is. I'm gonna be casting an 8-man FFA today. I was doing my usual browsing for replays, and then I saw this replay with 8 random players in it, players I've never heard of, having an FFA. So it's a group of friends decided to play an FFA, and I'm gonna cast it here. So I have no idea how this is going to work out. I mean, it's a map I'm not familiar with. I don't expect you guys watching to know what map it is. It's called Forbidden Planet. It's just a generic 8-man FFA. I think I may have played on some 8-man FFAs on a map like this myself. So we're going to see how it's going to work out. I can go through, try and introduce all the players. We'll just have to see how it works out. Now, there are players in this game ranging from Silver to Grandmasters. So we're going to have to see how it's going to work out. Right now, we've got Coast. I'm not going to try and pronounce it. I'm just going to call him Co to make things easier, as I believe a lot of these players are Eastern, so their names are a bit hard for me to pronounce. Then we've got Co, and then we've got Joe, or Jop. So basically we've got a green Terran, yellow Terran, teal Zerg, who's on a barcode, so I'll just call him Barcode. And then moving on, we've got Tommy Gun and Osit. Moving further on, Fruit Zerg, and then Slavin. Slavin is actually listed as the Grandmaster in the game, so we're going to have to see how this will work out. And then we've got Zero. So we've got players ranging from all different levels. I can check the production tab, but there's so much going on, it's going to be impossible to read into. There's a lot of Zerg, so I expect we'll see a lot of Lings and Banelings being cheeky to each other. We'll see if these guys form alliances or anything like that. So Co currently just doing his own thing, throwing up a factory. We'll see if he gets a orbital soon. He's going double gas, so pretty standard Terran stuff. A lot of these guys seem to be going for pretty standard stuff. Fast Stim coming out of Zero. I mean, I can talk about what these guys are all up to, but they're all really going to be doing their own thing, it looks like. Zerg players are already making a few Lings by the look of it, so we'll have to see if anything goes on with that. Who decides to fight who? I certainly don't read Russian, so I'm not familiar with what's going on here. The Zergs seem to be doing their own thing very fast. This pink Zerg, Tommy, is actually looking to put on the aggression on Osit, so we'll have to see how this will work out. Doing his best. Micro's Lings are doing a good job so far. However, there's a queen out for Osit, so he should be pretty fine. Right now we've actually got Reapers harassing and, by the looks of it, killing Co. Joe is killing Co. This is absolutely monstrous right now. The SCVs are going to try and get us around on the Reapers here. However, they're actually not attack commanded there, so it looks like that Co being killed off by his neighbor Joe there, so I'm not sure what he can do here. He's making a Marine or two at a time. It looks like that Co may be a little outmatched here. These Reapers are just going to sort of finish him off, and then, I don't know, looks like we've got a Barcode Zerg actually distracting Joe a little bit. Reapers are returning home. Right now we've got the Teal Lings are actually possibly going to move in and kill Co. So Co not catching a break here. The Lings are going to go on into his base. And with that, I think he's pretty screwed, to be honest. Meanwhile, on this side of the map, we've got, it seems that Tommy is actually killing Osit here. So, seems to be catching the win of that. Meanwhile, Co taps out. We've got the Lings fighting right now as far as the workers go. I mean, the two Zergs are relatively evenly matched, so it's just a Ling skirmish. And now, looks like that Osit does have enough to clean it up. So Tommy could be in a bit of trouble here. Actually, GG's there. So now then there was 6. So 2 players killed off early in the game. Right now we've got some Reapers fighting Lings, as these guys are very, very close neighbors. The Barcode Zerg and Joe. Joe just expanding. He made a lot of Reapers to kill off one of his neighbors. I think that's probably a good idea. Clear out your neighbors and then sort of macro up. As far as the other players, the Blue Terran throwing up a bunker at this stage, making ghosts as well. So it's possible we're going to see some nukes, and we certainly will, as one's on the production tab here. Meanwhile, we've got Blue was actually apparently attacking Red, attacking the Grandmaster Terran. Slavin sort of just doing his own thing, making mines. It looks like he's got combat shield, but no stim, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, no stim there. Right now we've got Teal actually killed off the base of Osit. So now that Tommy's out, I guess it's up for the other two Zergs to fight each other. Okay, now we've got Reapers jumping into the base of Zero. Zero forced to pull his workers there. The 3 Reapers for Joe, always finding some use it seems. He's doing work with his Reapers while he transitions back at home. Hasn't started stim or anything like that just yet, so it's going to be pretty scary for when there's a Terran out with stim and medivacs, although none of them seem to be rushing towards that here. Right now I've got Osit, gonna kill off Tommy's corpse, I guess. Sees that he's out of the game. Right now we've got a nuke being called in there. Okay, I did not see that ghost sneak across the map. Zero is trying to nuke the barcode Zerg. Intercontinental ICBM coming in there as he's nuking someone pretty far away from him, not taking care of his neighbors, just picked a poor guy and now he's nuking him. We'll see. Didn't get any kills there, however, there's no detection, so the ghost may be able to do more damage there with his cloak, and it certainly is. It's starting to rack up the drone kills there. The Lings, they're running in, but they can't help with much, so drones are dying. Oh god, let's see what the units lost tab pulls up. Okay, it does not show anything there. We've now got a large number of Lings coming in. They're trying to kill a... So it's basically a 2v1 here. Teal getting ganged up on a little bit. Lings are flooding into his base. Teal may be able to hold on here. He's actually doing a good job holding on. The ghost will be able to be picked off as there's a spore, pardon me. He never actually made an overseer though, despite having this lair. So Teal in a bit of a rough spot, down to 16 workers. Right now we've got even Yellow ganging up on him, using a siege tank from the high ground. A bit dirty there. So Teal's in a very rough spot right now. He's got a number of Lings. He may be trying to counterattack. Kill Osit, who has now just rebuilt his base. Teal, though, seems to have forfeited this one base. Meanwhile, another Reaper for Joe, finding his way into Blue's base. Blue still just stuck on one base. Red recently expanded, just making bio, it looks like, although he's quite supply blocked. Right now we've got Osit fighting some Banelings. Oh, one Baneling almost killed off 4 there, however it takes 2 unfortunately. Another Baneling killing off some Lings, but Teal not getting too much done there. He has a lot more Lings though, needs to be careful around these Banelings. He's going to have a very angry neighbor if he doesn't actually manage to kill him off. Right now the Banelings are getting so close to the Lings. Fortunately the barcode Zerg is pulling back in time. Right now I've got him losing his hatchery back there at home. He's now just going to run past his opponent, try and get in there, kill off what he can. Kills off the queen. Now he's going to fight the drones, so he's trying to even up the score right now. It's 24 workers to 12, so he's actually sort of working away on his opponent, and he seems that he's killed pretty much everything that Osit has made. However, Osit is producing a lot of Lings, it seems, and Hydras are on the way. It seems that Fruit Zerg, who's been left to his own devices here, is just making some Hydras. He's just macroing up on 2 bases, it looks like. Another nuke being called in because Teal cannot catch a break here. Blue just, I guess I'll fire nukes and start 4 CCs while he's at it. So, floating some money there, building a lot of CCs now. The nuke actually lands, gets some kills there, and Teal taps out on that note. Saving Osit is what Blue did there by killing him off. Oh, a massive Widowmine hit, actually hitting Fruit Zerg. It looks like there may be a bit of a clash here between Slavin and Fruit Zerg right now. Fruit Zerg, I think, may win out though. Meanwhile, look at the production tab. 4 CCs and 2 nukes on the way for Zero here. I don't read Russian, but I am assuming it's not too happy there right now. So Red's got a nuclear neighbor and a very angry Zerg who's making a lot of Hydras and Banelings, so I'm not sure how his future's going to be looking. He's got a minefield. I guess that's one way to protect yourself. Does he have stim yet, though? Red has not made stim, so I'm actually starting to doubt that he may be a Grandmaster player. Meanwhile, Teal... Pink, pardon me, killing off the other Pink's corpse, because why not? Maybe he wants to expand, or maybe he just doesn't like the look of it, so good to see Pink keeping himself busy there. And he is actually going to expand there. Actually, will the larva stop him, though? No, I don't think it should. A nuke, another nuke going down. Yellow was sort of just doing his own thing, although I guess it's payback for the Reapers. By the way, speaking of CCs, a lot more CCs being built. I don't think this nuke's been scouted. This ghost is in a tactical position here, and the nuke goes off. This ghost, 28 kills. That is absurd. A scan goes down, identifies the ghost. He may try and get the ghost, and that would be a bit of a consolation prize. Yeah, but all your workers are dead. I guess he's got a lot of CCs and idle SCVs, so he can do that. Meanwhile, Pink still murdering the corpse of Tommy Gun here. Osit in a bit of a rough spot, fighting a spine that's on the high ground. Most of his army's gone, so I'm not sure what's happened there. Although it seems that Green lost a bit of his army. However, army supply-wise, I would say that I think Green is in the lead here. This match sure is something. Another Ghost Academy on the way for 0 because he certainly needs more nukes to produce off his one base. He floated over one of his CCs. Slavin now making siege tanks. I suppose that's one thing to do. He does have quite a good amount of resources though, so if he does rebuild his army, but he's not making stim. Why isn't he making stim? Yellow, I think, is probably the non-Zerg who's doing the best. I mean, he's getting up some production. He's got stim. He's making a lot of siege tanks. Securing another base. So I'd say right now Yellow is in the lead. Another ghost crossing in the night there. Just hiding out. We've got even 2-2 on the way for Yellow. So I'd say Yellow's in quite a good spot, except we'll see. I mean, it's an FFA. Anyone could gang up on him. However, Hydras and Spine, and I mean spiky Hydras, Lurkers, that's the word, have actually sort of gone out and killed off Slavin. Slavin now stuck on one base that's almost mined out here. Having it a little rough right now. I mean, his account says he's GM, but maybe it's a friend on his account or something like that. Hang on, can we check the APM? Oh, that's actually the army value. You'll have to forgive me as I try and find the APM hockey. Wow, I actually got it right. So looking at the APM, we can sort of figure out what's going on. 300 APM coming out of Slavin, but I'm not sure what that's up to. We've got Blue using quite a bit of APM to nuke players, and then Yellow's actually seems to be doing his own thing, except he just got nuked again by the looks of it. Oh my god, Blue is relentless with these ghosts here. And then as far as other high APM goes, Green's sort of doing his own thing. Wants to secure another base by the looks of it, as I mean, he has been stuck on 2 for a long time. Red was actually trying to drop him there. Oh no, and now these medivacs could get caught. He has to get them out of there. Okay, Red's going back home. Red's stuck on his base. Maybe he's just going to stay there till the end of time right now. We see +3 on the way for Blue, because I guess he needs upgrades to make his ghosts kill workers, and I don't think it makes the nukes do more damage. Oh dear, okay, so we've got Yellow is trying to attack Blue, trying to kill him off here right now. Pink's doing his own thing. Pink's macroing up at this stage, making a roach war and getting up Hydras and whatnot. Now elevating into Blue's base. Now we're gonna see if a lucky nuke or some mass snipes go down. I think I think Yellow's had enough of his shenanigans. Blue doing the one thing he can, which is counter nuking. That'll take care of it. Now nuking his own base. Here we go. So some other ghosts are going to try and go. Ghosts are not terrible versus Marines. We're going to see if this nuke actually kills off the Marines. I think it may. And it does. Does it? Yes, it does. Kills off his own CC. Kills off some of his own ghosts. That was a suicide mission. We've now got Green apparently setting his eyes north, looking to kill off Pink, who's not quite prepared for anything of this caliber. Pink now making his own panic hydras. Another nuke being set off because apparently Red decided to drop Blue. Oh my gosh, is he going to get another kill? I think we've got an MVP for this game with the nukes. Pink taps out because Green's finishing him off there. We see a nuke actually connect there. Green, I mean Blue, he's running out of buildings and things here. He had an extra CC or 2, but those are now gone. But he's been making work happen. If we look at the production tab, there's only 4 players left in this game. We're seeing some beacons go down there. Yellow just seeing, he says yes, Blue's still alive. And is Blue gonna move out? Does he have any nukes in the silo? I don't know if you can actually check. Units? No, pardon me. I don't know if you can tell if there's a nuke. Yeah, okay, I can click on it. So Blue's got 1 nuke. We'll see what he... Uh-oh, Blue's in trouble. Alright, so Yellow's coming back with a vengeance right now. Yellow's really setting his sights on this opponent, but fire the last nuke, why don't you? A scan goes down. He's going to try and pick off the ghost. The other ghosts run to stay hidden, but there's plenty of scans coming out of Yellow. The ghosts have to run if they want to stay. Another scan, though, and I think that could be it for Blue here, as Yellow finishes him off without any mercy whatsoever. Once again, I don't read Russian, but I'm not sure what he's saying there. Right now we've got some Hydras are moving in. And this is a lot of Hydras now that I look at it. This is 41 Hydras, so I think things may be going the way of Fruitzerk, who sat back and macroed. He's also got 2 spiky Hydras, as I called them earlier, 2 lurkers. And let's see what we've got coming out now. I mean... Blue floating his CC because why not try and survive? It's an FFA. Although he's looking pretty dead. He's building another CC, however, red's gonna spot that and maybe take care of it. And red is indeed gonna unload on it. So, blue can't catch a break either. There's been a bit of teaming, however, now red, he's gonna have to make the last stand here. As there's these hydras all outside of his base. Is red gonna scan to take care of these lurkers? He does scan, however, still no stim. And so, losing everything. Everything's dead. And there goes blue. So now it's a 1v1v1, 3-man FFA here. Once again, I don't read Russian. It could be something very crude. It could be some sad, I don't, or it could be anger. I don't know what they're saying. Green making more hydras because why not? If we look at the supply, it's actually 122 to 146, so it's not too far apart. Green 2-2 versus 2-2, so I mean, it may come down to yellow versus green. We'll have to see. Red's sort of caught in the crossfire here, still on one base. I mean, he may just have to try and float over CC. How many resources does red have? Practically none. He's getting +1 armor for his marines that don't have stim, so I guess that's something. Right now we've got, maybe the reinforcements are coming. Yellow coming to try and help out his fellow Terran, or just coming to try and set up a border there to try and keep the Zerg away. I mean, poor red sort of quarantined here. Down on 35 supply versus a Zerg who just won't stop making hydras. Now getting a hive. We're seeing +3 on the way. Very nice for yellow. Yellow is loving these scans, and yellow has a decent economy. If you look at the income, he's in the lead there. Wait, pink. Okay, pink is dead. Pink has no income. It's just saying he's there. So yellow now deciding to go home, because why not? I suppose. I mean, leave red and leave red and dark green to do their own thing. Fruit Zerg and Slavin having a showdown right now. Slavin, I think, not looking too good. Fruit Zerg's gonna storm the beaches here. These siege tanks, they're dealing a bit of damage. However, in the end, I think that's gonna be it for Slavin. The SCVs are even charging in there. There's a few more units that are gonna unload the medevac here. However, and now we see Fruit Zerg actually going home. And this is actually Joe, yellow, buying some time for red. Red may be able to make his escape here. And he's floating that CC, so he's looking for greener pastures is what he's doing. There's a lot of siege tanks for yellow, by the way. This could be, this is a force to be reckoned with. When you just have hydras as Fruit Zerg, it's hard to get on top of all these. Is there actually more siege tanks than marines? Okay, not quite. 18 siege tanks though, with 32 marines. Each 2 marines pretty much have their own siege tank. Yellow just continuously macroing up. Meanwhile, red making a looking for greener pastures there, making the migration. Right now we've got 22 lings on the way for Fruit Zerg. Not sure what that's going to accomplish. 3 sensor towers on the way for yellow, so he's claiming his territory. Meanwhile, he's a little wary of going up that ramp by the looks of things, and so we figure he'll stay at home, make some more CCs, and he's actually got an absurd bank right now. Meanwhile, red is flying over him. Oh, but the missile turret with the kill kills off the last of red's forces, and now red is heading towards a corner. Maybe he just wants to spectate this, but not deciding to land his CC or anything like that. He is indeed heading to the corner. We now see yellow dropping, killing off one of Fruit Zerg's bases. Fruit Zerg, he's been left alone mostly this game, but he's really just stayed on low bases, and now he's losing what I think was Light Pink's natural expansion. He's already expanded to Light Pink's main. So, it looks like that yellow may be the winner here, unless somehow red pulls something out. The one lurker's killing off red's engineering bay. I'd like to see red try and land. He can make the comeback, I believe. Right now, yellow, pretty content sitting back. Is he just producing more siege tanks? Yes, he is. He may actually eclipse his marine count with siege tanks. He's making Vikings as well, because why not, I suppose. He's scanning his opponent. Green now looking to take another base, looking to take several more. But yeah, so looking at the supply, looking at the army, I'd say that Yellow's in quite a good spot. He's just slowly moving out. Oh, what is this? Oh, the Vikings are to clean up Red, who's now flying over his base. That missile turret, it's got another job to do. Killed off the last medevac. Now the bases are landing here for Red. Red has enough resources to make a single SCV. We'll see if that's what he does. Meanwhile, looks like there's a bit of a skirmish going on there. I think some siege tanks may have fallen. Maybe Yellow getting a little bit bold there. Fruit Zerg. Both these guys on even supply. There's one siege tank set up there. We'll see what he gets up to. Yellow's got a bit of a distraction right now as these mules are mining his base. And this is FFA. Every resource matters here. And now a marine's even being made. Yellow needs to have something back at home. Where's all his production? Oh, it's over at his other base. A ping going down. Unless they came to an agreement in which Red and Yellow are going to try and... Nope, they certainly didn't, as this marine's going to work here. The Vikings are going to land to try and shut this illegal mining operation down. Yellow and Green sort of at a standstill here. I'm not sure what he's saying, but only a sense of bewilderment, pardon me. He was making one Widow Mine as well. I mean, before the patch that might have been okay, because he would have had to scan to kill it, but... We've now got the barracks forced away. So there's a bit of resources in the bank for Red now, so we'll see what he's up to. Still not enough to build another CC, though. Yellow's looking to push forward. He's got a good amount of siege tanks back at home. This is his life now. He's got 21 siege tanks, 44 Marines. I'd like to see him push in. I think he can do it. I believe you can do it. Yellow, you can make the push. Just slowly poke in. Although he is a bit occupied at the moment by the two factories, a starport and command center in his base. The command center will go down, and that'll be the end of Red, I believe. The one Widow Mine burrows, kills off an SCV, but then dies immediately. Oh, there's actually a Viking for Red. Look at that. And he's making another Widow Mine. He lost the CC, though, so I guess his last dying wish is to get vengeance for Yellow for whatever he did. Maybe not helping him. This FFA has been going on a while, guys. We've got Yellow now abusing this position, shooting what remains of Red from the high ground. He's even building a supply depot wall to make sure that these tanks can't be attacked right now. I'd like to see a Yellow move up, siege up these other tanks. He's gonna actually deny the base. That's pretty significant there. Moving closer to the main base of Green. However, Green, I think, is going to be maxed out at this. No, he's still at 170 supply. He's got a good amount of resources. Yellow's moving forward. Now, Green's going for a counterattack. However, Yellow has rallied an absurd amount of units back at his home. So we shouldn't have an issue dealing with this. The Lings are going to move in. We're going to see what how Yellow's going to react to that. He's got his sensor tower, so he should see that this is... Pardon me, which player is he?
Mineral
there we go.
field depleted.
So, sees the Lings there. Sensor tower being killed off. Yellow's got an absurd amount of resources right now. He's dropping once again. Maybe he's just toying with his opponent here. Now, keep in mind, according to the players' ranks, Yellow is the silver player. Fruit Zerg is the diamond player. I mean, Masters player. But I feel as if these leagues can't be trusted since Red was apparently a GM player. More Hydras on the way. Alright, Fruit Zerg. Trying to get his point across that he likes Hydras. And Yellow liking scans as well. 64 Hydras versus 28 siege tanks. I mean, I guess it really comes down to whether the units are sieged or not. Yellow, moving forward. He really seems content just to draw this one out. I guess I can speed things up a little. Not that quick, though. Alright, so now we've got Yellow. He's decided to move in for... This could be the final push. I mean, it's just a bunch of Hydras. I'll try and pronounce his name at the end. Oh my lord. Okay, that's it. That's it. Is that game? I have no idea what Fruit Zerg just said there. But I imagine it can't be too happy. Maybe it was just a suicide. But he's producing a Corruptor. Maybe trying to get a Broodlord. I don't think even the mightiest Broodlord will save him at this point, though. As a yellow moves forward. Scanning creep, gotta be safe. You just killed off 64 Hydras, he could have more. Red's still alive, floating in the corner. But I think that's the end of Fruit Zerg. Yeah, I think that's it. There's 1 or 2 Broodlords on the way, but these are pretty hopeful Broodlords here. Although maybe, he's now making 6 Broodlords, and I think he had 1 already. Okay, let's see what can happen. This is 6 Broodlords versus a handful of Marines. The Broodlords have no support. They're sort of just hiding in the air area. And I mean, Fruit Zerg is still mining. I'd like to say there's a chance. I mean, logic says no, but Broodlords say maybe. Maybe there can be a lot of friendly fire on the siege tanks. The Broodlords are now cleaning up a lot of the tanks. I mean, heaven forbid that yellow only has 19 at this point, and the tanks are actually just abandoned. The Marines are going to unload on top of the Broodlords here. The Corruptor's doing their best. The Broodlords, though, there's only 3 left. The Marines and Vikings are dealing with them, and I think that's going to be it there. Mass scan goes down to get the point across. Fruit Zerg, I think, now in trouble. Meanwhile, Red landed his factory, but that's sad. He can't make anything out of it. Just wanting to see the end, wanting to see the end fireworks, I suppose. Moving on and on and on, we're seeing a hatcheries thrown up everywhere, it looks like. Fruit Zerg refusing to die. My name is Garacha, and I refuse to die. But GG gets called. Okay, there we go. Even mules were dropped on the CC. So I sort of sped through the end there, but it was pretty apparent that yellow was going to win. I've never cast an FFA like this before. A random replay showed up, filled with, I don't want to say Russians, because I can't confirm they were Russian, but filled with people speaking a language I don't understand. But I decided to cast it, so if you guys enjoyed this random-ass cast, feel free to like the video, feel free to subscribe, as I am trying to break that 1,000 subscriber mark. Otherwise, I shall see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.